going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about a little bit about a previous video I did. It's in my channel. You guys can go ahead and check that out if you have not seen it. It's probably my most viewed video by far, which I don't know how that happened, but it's awesome either way. So pretty much the topic of it is tie downs. I've seen so many comments on that video about how Jeremy tied his truck down to that trailer. Either way, I think it's correct. It probably could have been done better. Yes, it's very true. I mean, at least he didn't end up like Colton going to Race Wars, where he almost lost his truck off the trailer. So I want to know what you guys think about it. I mean, I see lots and lots of car haulers strap their cars down just the way Jeremy did. They do have specific straps for that application, but I mean, you got to work with what you got sometimes, I guess, right? So for strap down, I guess advice is do not do what Colton did. Colton, he actually strapped his truck down to the trailer through his hitch here, and by doing that, I mean, you're only gonna get it so tight. You're gonna reef and reef and reef. You're gonna use whatever body weight you can do to tighten that sucker down, but you're only gonna get it so tight. That you have unsprung weight there. I mean, you could be driving along, hit a big old bump like they did, and his suspension is gonna droop further than you can actually tighten that thing, and it could potentially come unhooked, and which in his case did. That video is also in my channel. You guys can check that out. It's the journey over to Race Wars back in April. Now, with what Jeremy did, he strapped all 4 tires down. That there is actually unsprung rate, or excuse me, it's not, I mean, it's stationary weight. It's not gonna bounce, it's not gonna move, it doesn't have suspension to flex. It's gonna just bite and grab, that's all it's gonna do. And actually the way he did it, if you want to bring physics into this, each strap was actually working against each other, pulling I guess against each other. And in theory, I mean, it isn't gonna move at all. Yes, like I said, they do make special straps for around the tire applications, but I mean, like I said, you got to work with what you got. So believe it or not, the DOT actually only requires 2 points of tie down. I don't know how that's a thing or how that can even be a law. That just seems unsafe to me. I mean, as long as you have 4 corners tied down, golden. So typically when I'm gonna tie my stuff down, I use what I have at hand. I typically prefer to chain bind mine down, wrap it around the axle, cinch it down. Same with the front. I'd rather go through, it's not a solid axle vehicle like mine is not. I kind of pretty much go up and over what I can, hook it down. You can even actually use your tow hook points. I mean, that would work as well. But I tend to prefer using chains over anything. You're gonna get those the tightest possible. And like in Jeremy's case, I can see why he didn't want to chain bind his down. I mean, I highly doubt any of you guys are gonna want to drag chains over a powder coated axle. I mean, it's just gonna scuff it up, mark it up, chip it up. It's just not gonna be a good day. I wouldn't do it, and obviously, you know, if I'm gonna be trailering my truck, I'm gonna have straps to do around the wheel or around the tire applications. To me, it's actually a lot better way than chain binding. Chains suck, you bust your knuckles a lot. But like I said, it's probably the best way if you're, I mean, don't have a bunch of fancy powder coating, which I possibly may have if I keep this thing. I am still on the fence about keeping it, guys. I don't know what's gonna happen yet. News to come on that, I promise that very, very, very soon. So one more thing about the tie downs, guys. I had to actually move. The sun's going down, it's getting dark. I had to get that perfect lighting, you know what I mean? But the tie down thing, I mean, come on, guys. I don't know why you guys gotta talk shit about it. I mean, did it fall off? No, it's perfectly fine. I mean, everyone's a goddamn expert nowadays. Everyone's gotta have their 2 cents on how to do it. There's a wrong way, there's a right way. you're fucking a moron, you know, come on. I mean, everyone's got their 2 cents, yes, but obviously it didn't fail, it works. I mean, everyone's got their own way of doing things, and you know, some ways work and some ways are obviously wrong. I mean, like a 1-strap tie down, that'd be wrong. I would not trust that. But with that, guys, I mean, come on. I mean, leave your 2 cents, yes. But I mean, I laugh at all these comments. It's hilarious. I'm sure, you know, if you guys go through to that video and watch it, if you haven't seen it, you'll probably get a chuckle out of half of them too. I mean, there's even some talking shit about me. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I just get a chuckle out of it either way. I mean, it makes for cheap entertainment. But that's all I got on the tie downs, guys. All right, guys. Hunting for horsepower is coming up very quick. It's in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's September 9th. I plan on going over there, as my plans always will come through, I guess. I want to try to shoot for Friday night. I will be there. I'm going to have merch. I'm going to have the whole shebang. If not, I'll be there Saturday morning, I promise. I probably won't be on time. That's me. I'm late to fucking everything, I swear to God. You can even ask my girlfriend on that. I'm late. Worse than a girl. But I do got one thing. You'll probably notice that I don't have my fender liner in my truck for the passenger side. Well, yeah, I had a little accident, guys. So, my own fault. Yes, once again, my fault. I broke my Duramax, okay? So, there's a little bracket that bolts to the block. You can't even see it. It's behind the, kind of tucked up behind the starter. It kind of guides the 2 main power cables into the starter. Well, anyways, there's a stud in the block, and that stud that the bracket was holding on, the bracket actually popped off. The nut worked its way off, fell off, the cables drooped, and they were sitting on the steering center link, and whenever you steer, obviously it's going like this, and it rubbed a hole through the jacket of the positive power, and it ground it out. Had a ground wire that went from the secondary battery to the frame. It actually burned the jacket up, and it melted a hole through my fender liner, so I need to get a new one of those, and I'm going to think about doing painted to match ones. I think that'd be pretty trick. It might not be painted to match, it might be just classy dipped white. Keep it on the cheap side. But I've been seeing more and more trucks with, say, white fender liners and so on. I think it looks pretty sweet. All right, guys, before I wrap this video up, like I said a little bit ago, there's big news coming on the Duramax, and yes, it is true this time. It's not clickbait, I promise. Big news, big news. It's exciting. Just gonna make things happen going. I'll tell you guys later. That'll be a whole different video, okay? But big news to come. So guys, if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe as always, and we'll see you on the next one.